Have you ever cooked a pork shoulder hot and fast? Is it any good? I don't know, but we're about to find out. I've always cooked my pork shoulders low and slow, but today I'm short on time, so we're going to give this a try. Everything about this method is different than the way I usually do it, so I'm a little nervous. But let's get this thing seasoned up. I'm using my favorite Honey Hog barbecue seasoning from Meat Church. This is the best thing I've found to put on a Boston butt. A lot of things have changed in my technique since I first started cooking Boston butts. I always used a binder. Mustard, I use mustard every time, but now I don't. From my experience, I've found that the binder is just not necessary, and that's one really messy step that I can skip, and it makes things easier. I have some of this Corky seasoning I'm going to throw on there. This isn't my favorite rub, but it's not bad. I'm just trying to use this up to get it out of the cabinet. I also used to just let my seasoning sweat into the meat, and that took a long time. Now I just rub it in, and it's just as good. You're ready to go to the grill so much quicker. Cover every inch of that surface in seasoning, and that'll really set you up to have a good bark. All right, and here's the scary part. I'm going to throw this Boston butt on the grill at 300 degrees. Let that cook for an hour, come back and flip, and go for another hour. I flip this every hour until we reached an internal temperature of 142 degrees. I normally wrap at 164, but the Heath Riles Hot and Fast method says wrap at 142, so that's what we did. And after the wrap, we flip this every 30 minutes until we reach the internal temperature of 204 degrees. I let that rest for about an hour, and this is what we have. The first thing that I noticed is the bone did not pull out clean like it does when I cook it low and slow. But the meat is just falling apart in my hands. It's really, really tender, and it smells so good. It's so hot, so I'm just kind of picking at it, but I'm in a hurry. So when I got to the bone, I was really surprised. The meat around that was really tender too. I don't know why it didn't pull out like it does when I use the low and slow method. And as you can see, the meat shredded really well. I cooked this in about 4.5 hours, so that's about half the time that I would have normally spent cooking this piece of meat. My low and slow Boston butts have a little bit more smoke, and they're a little juicier, but I'm definitely surprised at the results of this hot and fast method. Which way do you prefer, hot and fast or low and slow? Let me know in the comments.